What's up? Welcome to Off Topic. You might notice we got yet another host today. That's me, Trevor Collins. We got Kai Cook. We got Matthew Bragg. We got Jolie.
Hello, hello.
At the end of the table there. We got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. Before we dive into it, I just want to say we do this show live every Thursday, right on time. And I know the script says 3:04 p.m., but hey, we're at 3:08 p.m. Central Time today. We always aim for that 3 p.m. mark, but you know what? We cut it tight. So if you want to watch this show live, you can do that at it's roosterteeth.com/RTTV, or you can use the apps or whatever. Engage with us live. I love to see the chat as we talk about things, or we start boofing around the world. Kai, you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Love
I
to
can't
see
forget
those
it.
live reactions scarred into your brain. But yeah, let's just dive in.
Yeah.
There's lots
I just
to
want
talk
to say
about
immediately,
today.
I love your when you messed up on the thimble.
What happened?
You know, you messed up on the link, and you were like So it's interesting to hear that's your kind of like, my fimble. You fumble.
What?
Fumble.
Thank you.
Are you doing some sort of like Cockney rhyming slang, but like?
Yes. So my entire point is that. So actually, me saying thimble was a fumble. So that's why it's that. I meant to say fumble, but your fumble of is very interesting because people use the ums and the uhs, and you were like
Yeah.
You're like a
you like full
like
stop.
a live like buzzer.
I like
exactly.
see, here's the
it
thing.
was like if I could have recorded
Feud.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. After we did Family
Incorporate a
Feud
lot
the
of
other
things.
day, I just really like the harsh nature that a brings to the environment. I really think it pauses everything.
We did get a lot.
Do you want to get like one person who's just like, I don't like that sound. Okay,
What was that from?
stop
Was that
it.
the
It was,
Glenn Howerton
yeah,
in Always Sunny when they did Family Feud?
Yeah. Stop.
A little tease there. We did for the exclusive Let's Play series that first members get.
Furt.
We did a Let's Furt in Family Feud. I think it was the four of us, right?
We kicked
ass.
We were the Trevorses and just.
It was
We were the
Trevor's
Trevor's
family.
family.
Not
Yeah.
the Trevors.
Yeah,
the Trevorses.
Trevor's fan.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people in the audience have been talking about wanting us to do more trivia stuff. So that's definitely in the works, starting there.
I love trivia.
Yeah.
Trivia's fun.
Yeah.
Except when.
Except when you realize how little you know.
Well, we played that. What
You
was
get
it?
in.
The Papa's Trivia
Quiz?
Game? Papa's Quiz.
Oh, you
Thank
tried
you.
that?
Yeah,
How'd that
it was
go?
a lot of fun.
It was weird.
Oh yeah.
It was just weird.
And
It was
Gavin was
strange.
there too, so it was double weird.
Yeah.
It was like the game show was exclusively like they allowed minions in, and they're like, that's it, just minions, and my robot friend, and that's the whole thing. But it had like a lot of weird questions. And I
It
thought
was very American centric
Yeah.
too.
Everyone had.
except for when it wasn't.
Except for the
celebratory
categories
dances.
that weren't.
You know, if you won the round, you were like.
Yeah, you had to like dance or whatever.
I never won, and I never got to dance.
Dang.
Gavin
Kai
did,
wins in trivia.
Gavin did win,
wild.
and then he was like, I refuse.
And I said,
refuse
you
to dance."
privileged
You
asshole.
can,
Yeah,
but
How dare you?
Skipping
How
his
dare you
dance.
dance when others can't?
His character is like, and the winner is. And it's just Gavin's character. I refuse to
He
dance.
stood
I'm not
up to
doing a high
dance, and
five.
he said, you know what? I'm
No.
good. Sat back down. And immediately I was like,
the host is just like, all right, go.
Well,
I
moving
guess.
on.
We'll
You took
keep
the
going.
opportunity you wanted and squandered it.
I did.
Yeah.
Gavin's been gone for a long time.
I have missed
Joe's
him.
barely been here, and he's already
Look
going.
at his face.
Oh, Gavin.
I mean, it's funny talking about Gavin because before I had my own desk, I've been sitting at Gavin's desk. So anyone who has watched the live streams that we do, you often see I'm sitting at Gavin's for those, and GTA specifically, for some reason, hates Gavin's desk. And therefore hates me. And Matt's laughing because he knows. I'll jump in. You'll be like, oh, let's race. Let's have fun, Kai. We got Kai. You never have Kai in GTA races. You don't have it.
asking, why is this happening? I'm like, well, it's Gavin's desk.
I don't know
You
why.
know that.
I don't
You
know what
know
its
it's
beef
that.
is, honestly.
It's the least used desk in the office, from what I know now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. 'Cause
Now
I
it
was
is.
using Jack's
Yeah.
quite frequently.
Yeah. Mhm.
And Gavin's would just sit there. On
yeah, it was very funny when Jack came back and was just like, what is this stuff at my desk? And you're like, oh, that's mine.
Yeah,
That's
I
mine.
left two
That's
things on his
mine.
desk, and then there was a bunch of other shit because we had like guests come, and then other.
Well, there was
people,
also
like,
stuff
using-
that he had requested that was given to him, and then he like disappeared like a ghost into the night. And then
know.
Jeff left him a Kleenex box filled, just stuffed to the brim with trash. And I'm like, Jeff, you know he's not gonna see that for a long time. He goes, even better. So like, yeah, just seeing Jack come back from his like small break was him going, what the hell happened here?
The one thing I'll always remember from Jack's desk is his Disneyland Crocs.
Yep.
That were just
Yep.
sitting next to me
Yep.
all day, every day. I would look down and be like, oh, Jack's not here.
I'm like, so he messaged me when he was in Disneyland. And he's like, he sends me a photo of the Crocs and he goes, what could be? And I'm like, Jack, what is? Get those Crocs. Live your best life. And then so he gets the Crocs and he brings them back. Kai was there. Kai got him one of those little toilet paper roll things, one of the charms that goes
sitting
on the
there.
holes.
Okay.
But yeah, then ever since, he's been cruising without style. They've just been sitting by his
Yep.
desk.
He never used them.
He left his comfort at his
He
desk.
literally got them to enjoy them because they're Disney, and then to flaunt them in my face because we all know how I feel about Crocs. I
Love them.
Right.
incorrect, wrong.
They're great.
Wrong.
Can you imagine?
You
Jack-
missed Croc Talk when we did a whole off topic.
And this
on
is not
Crocs.
and we're not bringing it back today.
Well, I'm just saying. Imagine Jack put on the Disneyland Crocs, right? He's
Yeah.
basically Mickey Mouse in sports mode. Well, if he puts
I
it
mean,
in sports mode.
right. That or he could be like
You're a Croc
off-roading.
fanatic. So much disrespect gone.
Man, I could run 10 miles in Crocs.
Can you run a mile without them?
No.
So he's like, I can only go
all the
10
Crocs.
miles.
I don't actually know the last time I wore Crocs. I think it probably would have been when I was like 10 years old.
And it's so funny because we just talked about, Lindsay was asking all of us, what is your fashion choices? And you said streetwear. But Crocs? Disgusting.
Look.
you
Here's the
can-
Crocs
you
are
can like
streetwear,
Crocs are,
man.
the Crocs are disgusting. They look horrible.
Thank you.
But when you put them on,
Oh,
they're actually comfortable.
Yeah, but when you put them on though, and it gives a whole new vibe.
Yeah,
to your
especially when you wear
outfit.
them to the pool and then you're walking around and they go.
You sound like you're in a cartoon now, just walking around like beep, 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 like SpongeBob.
That's what it sounds like though when
Yeah.
you wear Crocs and there's water in your.
Sometimes you can get the SpongeBob squeaks when
Yeah.
you just rub them together, and you can make them talk.
Yeah.
What does SpongeBob make his boots say?
Oh, he
I take your order?
Yeah, he had him like do everything for him.
Yeah. Well,
That's an
Hector
episode.
is working on Fit for RTX. So if they happen to do with Jack a 5K, we're gonna get you in that Fit for
And
RTX
you.
5K with your Crocs on.
Yeah, Joe, because you weren't there Extra Life, so you can take my spot.
Wait,
Ooh,
hold on.
if Matt
I
does
made a
it-
mistake.
That's-
I
I've
made a
been
mistake.
I was talking to Matt, like, what if he had?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there's Michael with his
Those
Crocs.
are rainbow Crocs
Yeah,
from
the rainbow
Last
Crocs.
Laugh Season 2, all out
Yeah.
now. I won't spoil it, but Michael wears those Crocs from the minute he walks in to the minute he leaves. I won't say what else he does with them.
You don't
Wait,
wanna
where's
know.
The things he's done to the
More
Crocs.
him the whole time.
Listen.
You said it.
What he does with those Crocs, like the entire bit, that was my favorite part about Last Laugh Season 2.
So
Easily.
you
Gotta get
do
in
like
there.
Crocs.
No, I like the bit.
Would Crocs be good?
I heard that.
She likes
I heard
what
she
Crocs
likes them.
enables.
No,
It's the transitive property
no,
of
it
liking.
didn't. No, don't put words in my mouth.
I Croc, therefore I am, Kai.
Yeah. Guys, if you're going to RTX, make sure you
Croc
wear,
up,
everyone
dude.
wear Crocs and surround.
Oh!
And everyone surround.
Let's do a
Kai.
Croc meetup. Bring your Crocs. We're gonna meet up. We're gonna hand out Croc charms. We got the Achievement Hunter Red Web annual pass and Face Jam Croc charms, I think.
What if we make custom Crocs?
Whoa.
But it's like a rooster head at the end of it.
Yo, bring your head out of the clouds.
And then a rooster tail. You put down a little strap. Rooster tail comes out. Boom, or
You may
Roosters
say
have a
he's a
tail.
dreamer,
Sorry,
but
I
he's
guess.
Well, yeah,
not.
it's kind of
I
different.
mean,
Isn't it just feathers? Yeah.
you know.
Well, it's their tail feathers.
Its ass comes out. And then that's how you know you're in sport mode.
I can't wait for you all to ruin my first RTX.
With
I can't wait.
Crocs.
Croc
That
meetup.
can't
Yeah.
ruin
You know,
Anyone who comes around me with Crocs, you have chosen Team Trevor, and therefore you will not get my
Yes,
autograph.
Team Crocs.
I refuse. I refuse.
Here's the
I have not control over a lot of things, but I can control who I sign.
I'm gonna sign so many Crocs. I'm gonna endow them with my cheap scribbles. Here's the thing, we need to do a Croc meetup, just like Barbara does a Yang meetup, right? She does this big, like everybody that's cosplaying Yang shows up on like the same spot, the same day, do a big Yang photo.
love those
I know Jack started to do that with his GTA character. I wanna do that with a Croc kick, with everybody with wearing Crocs. So bring your Crocs on down, July 1st through 3rd,
Now-
RTX Austin, rtxevent.com, get yourself some tickets. This wasn't meant to be a promo, but it is now.
Can someone cosplay as Croc?
You could be Croc.
Crocodile?
You could
Yeah,
be
like
Gex. That's close enough for me to say, hey, you know what? You're pushing for the remaster.
I mean, do we have the budget to turn one of us into a giant croc?
Do you want to be like a crocodile?
No.
Or do you want to be a giant croc?
No,
Do you
I
mean
want someone
like-
to design like a costume, and it's just my face popping out of one of the
Oh,
holes in the
okay.
croc.
Oh my God.
Walking around like
This was
this.
clearly the off topic that Lindsay should have been on, not me.
We got the script mixed up
Definitely
here.
on the wrong one.
But I mean, kind of coming back to the beginning, we always talk about how we're late to the show, and part of it has to do with the fact that we're traveling, because like, you know, as the show moves around into different rooms or whatever, it's a symptom of broadcast finally finding their final form, right? Because we're kind of working on.
Yeah, like Frieza.
We're talking about exactly. We're working on the new offices and getting them all set up. So there's a bit of travel in play. But Joe and I were traveling a little bit extra today. We went way up north for a really goofy video that we're hoping to put out soon, which is kind of a symptom of a conversation we were just having this morning as a team, which is the schedule, how we come up with content. And like, I guess like one thing I realized is that we don't really have, without Awu, we don't really have that vessel with which to speak to you all listening at home on what's going on with Achievement Hunter and like the creative and how we come up with the schedule and stuff. And so I just wanted to take a little beat here on this show to talk about that, just so we can kind of forecast some of the maybe changes that are coming up. Because right now what we've done is we've fallen very much into a strong, like an old routine of like every Monday this, every Tuesday that, every Wednesday that. And what that does, especially coming out of quarantine, we're realizing is it really limits our creativity. There's a lot of times where we're like, oh, I really want to do something, this thing, but like, oh, but we have to do a GTA, or we have to do, like, there's only so many slots in the schedule. And so one thing I kind of want to forecast to you guys in the audience, break the fourth wall a little bit, is that we're really trying to tear apart our schedule and try to like, not remove consistency, but try to make more room for flexibility. When people have little passion projects that they want to work on, opening up the doors to make that happen. I mean, that's how Red Web, Face Jam, Bleep Face, you know, all those shows got off the ground in the first place, was just finding time to carve that out. And so, you know, over these coming weeks, you might start to recognize that the schedule is going to feel a little different. And it's going to be hard to kind of just say, here's what the new schedule is, because we're not going to be in a situation where every Monday is this, every Tuesday is that. You're going to see some consistencies, like Gmod's still going to fall on a very similar day. Challenge Accepted is still going to fall on a very similar day. But other than that, we're trying to like figure out series and takeover weeks and like series that like Raft that continue down certain columns of the schedule, and just like, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that a little
Well, it's
bit.
like the schedule is going to be just as consistent, right? With like uploads and stuff like that. It's just going to be much more, like a lot more variables to it.
It's going to be more
variety.
reflective of our passions and our creative efforts now. And we're just trying to test more things and try more things and come up with like, just put more like things out there to have fun with what we're doing.
Just do more of what we enjoy doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Rather than feeling beholden to what we've always done, which can be a recipe for falling into a really high level of burnout, right? When you're just doing the same thing over and over and over, there's no room to iterate or change or whatever. So the reason why I wanted to say that and talk with you all here, but also at home about it, is because you're gonna recognize that and you're gonna see it. And we're hoping that like, you're along for the ride with us, and that you will see the benefits that provides to our creativity and our ability to be nimble and try stuff, and hopefully you'll support all that, because it's the moat, if you will, in business speak, has gotten very narrow, and so it's a very noisy environment. It's a very noisy industry, and so to continue being what we're good at and having our unique flavor is to continue to iterate and test and try.
We all know that Trevor's flavor is vanilla bean. Talk
Vanilla
about
bean.
Minecraft.
Yeah, the 1800s French vanilla bean. You can't forget the bean.
It was a huge conversation. It was a big conversation. It took us a while to get to there. You know, it started with, you know, what ice cream flavor are you? I said vanilla. He said, just vanilla. And then I think it was Jeff that said beanie. And I was like,
bean.
I think that's a slight thing. That's a slight,
Just a
and
little
like
zest.
a little zesty poo.
Here's the thing.
A little je ne sais
Vanilla
quoi.
gets a bad rap because it's like one of the de facto things. You know,
Yeah,
when you get a banana
like the
split,
default,
it's like
right?
scoop of that stuff. But like,
Yeah.
if you get a bad vanilla, it's just bland, like you're eating creamy ice. You don't want just bland, creamy ice.
Well, it's kind of what ice cream is creamy ice.
No, but bland. You don't. You
name.
want the flavor, right? You have
No, I
chocolate.
I mean,
you have
vanilla itself
strawberry, you have
is
vanilla.
a flavor.
Yeah, you want some creamy vanilla.
Yeah, but bad vanilla is like,
Good.
yeah, it doesn't. It
Cause
tastes like
taste.
it tastes like nothing, but
Tastes like
also
Here's the
sucking
thing:
on
is
an
that,
ice
so
cube,
bad
you know what I
vanilla
mean?
just means it's missing the vanilla extract.
Right.
If you really
Otherwise,
think about
that's
ice
just
cream, is
frozen milk.
Yeah.
exactly ice and milk.
What do they do with the non-extracted vanilla? You said that vanilla extract.
That's 'cause that's what it's called. That's
They had
the
to get it from
ingredient.
somewhere. What's
It's
where's
extracted
the
from the
remainder?
vanilla plant, Matt.
they probably smoke it up.
I don't.
I'm smoking.
Yo,
some
honestly,
vanilla.
though,
they probably
that would
actually
be
do
a
like
fantastic
incense it or
flavor.
something.
Well,
right?
I don't know if it'd be fantastic. That's like very, very strong, right? I mean, if you
Vanilla?
if you
Are you talking about sucking on vanilla extract?
no, not vanilla extract.
I wouldn't
I'm
do
talking
that.
about-
No,
I'm talking
vanilla
about
remainder.
sucking on the vanilla, the vanilla
extract.
remains.
All the pulp stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's like raw ingredients. Yeah, that would be rough.
Well, no, after it's been extracted.
So what
No,
you're
so
saying
it's
is like
extraction.
when you put it in the juicer,
Yeah.
like all the juice goes to the side. That's product for
Yeah.
regular people. You want the remainder.
Yeah. You let it dry out. You let it dry out.
Oh, so it's
That's
like
that's a different way than I even thought they got it. I just assumed they
so it's like when you
uninjected
have
it
the
from,
ketchup
put a
bottle
needle
and you
in,
don't
know?
close it correctly, so that little crust of ketchup is on the
Yeah, and
outside.
then you eat
Ketchup
the crusty
chips.
ketchup.
What do you mean you eat it?
Full disclosure, I don't eat.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That's called a Freudian
You just
slip.
said- you
That's
just
called a
said.
Freudian slip, and you know it's a fact.
No,
This
no.
man eats crusty ketchup.
I don't eat
Hashtag
crusty
it.
ketchup. Trevor eats crusty mayonnaise.
Clip
off
it.
the-
Chat.
off the
Clip
edge
it.
of the jar.
Man, fuck! Why are these coming to your mind? That's another Freudian slip. This man eats crusty mustard, crusty ketchup, crusty mayo. He likes his condiments dehydrated.
Yeah.
Do you know we did a
Like
whole Ready Set?
spaceman.
Did you know about Ready Set Show?
Wait.
There was a show we used to do with Jeremy and I.
I don't know.
We dehydrated all sorts of good stuff one time. We dehydrated a
Like the
full-
juicer from That's So Raven.
My God.
Yeah, we dehydrated.
I knew you would get that reference.
I was just thinking of crusty ketchup. That was part of it. We took a Big Mac and took it apart to all the layers, dehydrated the whole thing, reconstructed it, and we had like a dehydrated Mac, which was like, so it was like real crunchy. The cheese was a chip, the ketchup and mustard, and all the good stuff that the goops inside, the special sauce, that was chipped for.
If I
it was like
remember
tar, it was
right,
like.
I
just
had
like
a
beef
bite of
jerky.
it. It didn't taste that different, really.
Your mouth rehydrates.
Yeah,
Right.
it's exactly like you.
space-
You do it yourself. You know.
Yeah.
We should just always
Cat's
dehydrate.
figuring out
after
about
that.
What? How?
Trevor has eaten a lot of things.
I also, Joe,
Joe has it
the way
there.
you phrased it, you said dehydrated like a spaceman. I was like, are you dehydrating people?
No. Like you know how like
What?
they have like freeze-dried, dehydrated foods
Right.
in space.
Yeah,
you
it,
know,
it
so
took me
very
it took me a
liquidy.
minute. I just like the
know?
way you phrased it. I was like, are you like drying people up?
Yeah,
And
that's
just-
my
Also,
hobby.
do you
we
go
have
to
a
space?
Gavin asked us
I've been
like
to
a
space before, yeah.
We did
money
go
or
to space in Minecraft.
whatever.
Yeah, I've been to space before. You know.
Oh, okay.
I've flown in spaceships.
I love the love in the
might
chat
not
for
know.
Ready Set
What's your favorite
Show.
model?
Rest in peace. We'll bring back those vibes though.
Yeah,
I think.
me and you have already talked about a concept for one idea between me and BK with Trevor and Jeremy. So you can already
Yeah.
imagine how that's gonna do. Will BK be team friendly fire or team betray? I don't know. You guys are putting up against each
Here's
other.
the thing.
BK is being pulled in two different
Here's
directions.
the thing. If she goes with friendly fire, that is a betrayal, and it fits within the name. So like either way, Team Betray always comes out on top. Always wins.
Always
when we go after each other, that's fine. It's in the name. When we stay together and stay strong, that's the team part.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of teams, watch out for Team Machete.
Dude.
Is that what you're calling it? Is that what you decided?
Team Machete
Trevor
is.
sent me a slide. He said we're Team Machete. I was like, why is that? He's like, our names are Danny Trejo.
Trey Joe.
Sorry, Trey
So
Joe.
it's without the silent J. It's Trey Joe.
God.
And I was like Danny Trejo. And I was like Team Machete. Because
Team
like
Machete.
because half the office is out. They're filming something really really cool. They're teasing it on social and stuff. But keep an eye out. It's coming. It's like a sponsored thing, but I love these kind of sponsored things when we get a very big hand in what the creative is going to be,
Yeah.
and so we get to like basically leverage a strong, cool sponsor to make something cool happen. So anyway, that's on the way. But while they're out, we've all been throwing around ideas. One of which was Machete, and
Machete.
playing some like indie horror games. And
Yeah. And then you know, we had an idea. It was like basically we had to play the horror games, but if you don't complete it, something happens to you.
You might get machetes.
You might get macheted.
You can only really pull that card once.
I got lots of digits.
Listen, there's plenty of ways to get macheted.
We're thinking about reactivating Tay's fist.
No, we
Yeah,
need putting another
yeah.
battery in.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's taking out the old cruddy one that's got all that goop on it. You know,
Yeah,
that like old battery.
Yeah, battery chips.
Battery chips. You know.
You keep coming back to different kinds of goops. This is the goopy chapter.
You should
of
not eat
Achievement
that
Hunter.
goop.
That's true.
That's bad goop.
Speaking of goop,
Yeah, what's
that
up?
starts with a G. You know what starts with a G? Gongs. You got a gong.
Did I get a gong this
Oh
week
man,
for
it took
challenge
me
accepted?
took me
scared
way
the
too long to find a moonball because I wanted to moon gong so bad in the middle of challenge accepted.
Speaking of moonballs.
We'll get there.
What did you do?
Oh no.
Yeah.
What did you do?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
get there.
I was in a meeting and that was very unprofessional.
Oh.
What did you? This is why you can't leave the boys alone. I swear to God. During Women's History Month, what are y'all doing?
I killed a man.
He did. Well, he's not dead.
He's-
His life flashed before his eyes, but like he's not dead.
What
I
happened?
killed a
And
man's
was it
soul.
filmed?
It wasn't. It was
Sort of.
somewhat filmed.
Yeah, like
Then you're
said-
somewhat in trouble.
I said
You
I
can-
wish
you
it was
can
filmed.
tell-
'Cause if it
you
was
can tell
filmed,
it happened.
it would have been perfect. Would have
Yeah.
been
What about the
perfect.
Nest Cam?
Well, the
That's-
Nest Cam caught part of it.
All right, then you got to talk it out. What happened?
Well, it was bouncing off your moonball at the gong.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I want to throw a moonball.
Look, it's the gong.
look at the gong.
Yeah, look at the gong. Speaking of
A gong.
I was next-
A gong.
It
just
is
for
the
challenge
biggest
accepted.
gong I've
Before
ever
we get
seen.
into this
Fucking
story,
huge.
holy shit! They brought it into the office yesterday. I had no idea it was there. And they
They
hit
rang
so
it through
hard.
our ears.
So
Slammed
hard.
it.
It was in the middle of a stream, right?
It was in the middle
What
of
was
the
the
stream.
Kai?
It was we were doing Minecraft
it was
mini
Minecraft?
maps,
Yeah.
and it was
Yes.
the first
Yeah.
world. We were like, "What the fudge nugget biscuit grasshopper
I
shit was that?"
physically jumped when because it vibrated my body because the gong was like right
Yeah.
there and they hit it so hard.
sure-
It was like.
And the funny thing is,
I was the closest one, and I think I was like, oh, "That's loud," and then I heard everyone
no,
else scream. Like,
literally.
oh.
First of all, Lindsay out of office, me farthest desk from it, cause new desk over there. All of a sudden, I just remember I'm just like, dong, and Lindsay's like, "The fuck was that?" I'm like, "You heard it too?" Shit was loud as hell.
You guys didn't
They
see
heard it.
giant-
I felt my
it.
entire. I felt
I
it.
don't,
So
I don't think
cool.
I don't think the picture does it justice because
doesn't.
Really,
the-
it doesn't,
The
no.
the frame
I'll
for
just say
it is tall.
I can
It
say
is
this.
tall.
The
Yeah.
frame of the gong is a good foot and a half taller than me.
All right.
It's like 7 feet tall.
Fredo and I are both 6'2". He would disagree. Great, my head's cut off, so it's perfect. It accentuates my enormous height. It's up.
Yeah.
The gong's
it's
like
up
up
there.
here, dude.
Yeah,
it's got to be
tall.
like 7.
The
Sorry,
gong
I'm
itself
making
is like
podcast
the
for
gong
everyone.
itself is like
The
four
gong
feet
is
wide.
the
Trevor's-
hitting
it
it
starts
part
from
is
Trevor's
like
like
three
top.
Actually, can I see your wingspan?
So like, so
I'm
I'm
wingspan.
my waist,
Your
my
wingspan.
wingspan should be about 6'2" as well. Thanks, Nicholas. So it's like, it's got to be like up here.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
how
it's
tall this thing is.
around
All we did was give ourselves a chore when we move. You know, maybe it's just another reason to stay in this office and move from the temporary
Temporary,
permanent
not temp
office
office.
over
Well,
here.
We'll have someone else move it. Don't
My
worry.
car big enough for
Yeah,
the world.
We'll figure it out.
And I'll tip.
It was built in the building, so it, that's
So
what,
it has
I
to
don't
stay
know.
in the- no, it's built over here. I think. I don't know.
Who's to
we
say?
just asked Marcus and that.
Maybe you guys stole it.
Anyway, your
Anyway.
story.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We didn't forget about
what
it.
happened was, well, Trevor threw a moonball at the, he threw it at the gong. And I was like, man, I haven't thrown a moonball in a really long time. So I grabbed a moonball. And, I chucked it. I was like, moonball. And I was like, that one wasn't good enough. And then Jaren goes, I wish we had like one of those ball launchers, like the powered ones.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jaren, who needs ball launchers when we have our arms? Moonball, and I full force threw it. Let it go really late, and I kid you not, you could hear it and you could see it. It skimmed Jaren's eyebrow and his glasses, the
my
frame of
God.
the glasses, and he had like the tiniest red mark, but it skimmed like right there. And I thought I fucking nailed him in the face, but like it was like a full force move.
Jared is stoic, so he
Yeah.
probably just
Yeah.
like bullet time. He probably it whizzed by.
It's
and
giving
went-
them. It's giving the Matrix.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point.
He watched it go by and his eyes tracked it.
He was not stoked. He flung himself.
He
away from
wasn't prepared for
No,
what was
he
happening.
wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah.
You shook him. He's unflappable, and you flapped him.
This
How
is
did
what
you-
happens when
I just don't understand how. It's not like that was your first moonball and you were like me and you just had bad aim. Like you were talking to
was
Jaren
out of
before this
practice.
event,
I was.
You know?
I haven't thrown a moonball in a long time. I haven't really.
but
thrown anything.
still, like
No. So this is how bad my aim was. Jaren was like right in front of me. I would say like 6 feet away.
It was
behind
really
the TV.
close.
He was in the
6 feet's
little
good,
broadcast
6 feet's
station. I was on
good.
the other side of
You
it.
chucked it at a man
I
6 feet from you.
I tried to chuck it right. I chucked it bottom left.
God.
But I know it was
I get why he wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it.
And it
Like
was a
there's
hard-
no way you should.
Yeah, there was no way that I should have even got close to hitting him, but I did.
Yeah.
I did. And then as soon as I let it go, it
Where was
whizzes
I?
past him. It hits like the
you had
glass
just left.
of that conference room.
Yeah.
And it just goes.
Oh yeah. I know.
Like, super
I was on a
loud.
call in there. I was like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, the
signing
gong already
autographs.
Oh,
shook my aorta. I don't need this. Damn.
My aorta.
Yeah.
And they caught it. The whole post team was like, "Oh shit," because they were all watching.
That's why y'all were yelling. So me and Jack were signing autographs for Age Live.
Oh, right,
So
the
we were in
posters.
the side room, and me and Jack were just having nice conversations. But all of a sudden, we were like, "Oh!" And I said, "What the hell? Isn't it after hours? What are
I
y'all
was
doing?"
like, wow,
yeah.
it almost seemed intentional that I threw it at Jaren. Like, I made a
It
joke.
really
it was
did.
like, who needs ball launchers, Jaren? We have our arms. Shut
It's like
the
you,
fuck up.
it's like you took it out. Like, shut up, Karen.
Like it was almost on purpose.
Yeah, like it was almost
Oh
on
my
purpose. I
God.
got mad at him or something.
Yeah, post team gets wild after dark. I don't know. It's like they're
true.
like gremlins. You don't want to feed them too late because then they start going. "Bleh."
Yeah.
But that's my favorite part of post team. It's like hanging out after
They're so-
work
They're
hours.
so chill, like during the day.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
we get to like the wind down time,
Yep.
like the end of the day, and they're like,
I was almost in post team does stuff. Not last week. Well, last week. Whenever the last time I wasn't on off topic. I
Yeah.
was almost in because I was just there in the office. It was after we did our merch shoot. So I just went back to the office and they were playing the vampire game because guess who asked for that? Ashley. You didn't have to. It's Ashley. I just remember being like, "Can I be on post team? I'm a producer." They're like, "That's post." I'm like, "You're right." I was almost in it.
Why not?
Because I was like, I want to give it to
they
them.
made me do
What do you mean they made you?
Yeah, they
wanted
wanted to do Destiny, and I was like, I played Destiny, and they didn't have 3 people, so they had me on it.
So it sounds like you said it and made
They made him
you.
edit a
Made me.
video to be
Yeah.
on it.
I had to. Well,
Here, edit
what it
this.
is I just threw him a video I edited a long time ago, and I was like, use that as a credit.
You're on the pre-team.
The pre
So
post.
if you want to be
Pre-prod.
on the post team,
Yeah.
you gotta do something on the after end of
Oh
the
my God.
content.
Porque no los dope.
Yeah. You were talking about glasses, whizzing across, and this reminded me of a product that I imagine has to exist. But if it doesn't, I desperately want it to exist.
remember, be careful. If you throw out this idea and it doesn't exist, someone will steal it from you.
I'm gonna maybe we make this as here's the thing. I'm throwing it out there to crowdsource the idea because if chat's like, hey,
Patent pending.
this exists, then I'll leave it be.
Yeah.
If it doesn't exist, we're gonna work with Marcus to make it happen. You know how in anime when somebody's like, I got a good idea, or like this move is about to rock your socks, and then they push the glasses up,
Yeah, and it
a
shines
glint
the
goes by.
glasses. Yeah.
Oh, I need glasses that when you touch in the middle, there's like a capacitor that has lights in the lenses that light up. So you can be like, bing, and they glow. Why not? Why not have that? Then you can really show everybody that you're about to silently but deadly make a move against them, right?
Matt, we could be.
Why
We
speak
could.
word
We
when one
made
actually
very
can
good.
say it all?
Yeah. We have the perfect candidates right here.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist.
Like Matt has been playing a lot of Legend of the Duelist, or I guess that's the old
Yeah.
version. But Yu-Gi-Oh,
new one, yeah.
the new one. So like, yeah, if we, maybe make a Yu-Gi-Oh video, bring James Willems back in. Haha, you won't expect this move.
Not so fast.
And then get you your glasses that, maybe that'll change the game.
It could.
I don't know.
We gotta.
It'll be hard to play. I
How
can't
are we
see
gonna
it.
test
Exactly.
How are we gonna test these? Can Matt be the test subject?
Sure.
Just in case
The
lights
rat? Matt's the rat?
Just in case the lights are too bright and someone's
Right.
blind.
Right.
Rat?
We need
No, I
a
got
guinea
it. I
pig.
just-
Yeah.
So when Matt's eyes get like shown out of his head,
Yeah.
we'll have to move to
Well,
you next. but-
we'll at least know what to fix.
Right.
Then I can get the improved new.
Right. We'll give you. You're the alpha and you're the beta.
And I'm the omega.
Yeah. And Kai's like,
I
I
don't know.
refuse to wear these
I
glasses.
mean, it's gonna get to the point because I've been doing a lot more VR at home because we've been doing a lot more VR in the office.
It's a
So I'm really trying to get into doing.
They really a
First
thing.
of all, wait, what?
Yes.
Thomas Dunlap. Somebody said in chat that
Wait.
that's absolutely a theme, but Thomas Dunlap gave me a huge idea, which is it's a light switch in the middle.
of
light
your head.
switch glasses were like, and they're like, I guess, do you have an idea?
Hey Trevor.
And then
And you have to do it with the middle finger.
You have to do it with
Yeah,
the middle
with the
finger. You have to
middle
be like-
finger.
you have to have that little hair flip. You go.
Your hair did that very well. Oh my God, Joe, can you turn to the camera and do that again,
What,
slow
my hair
mo?
flip?
Yes, do it.
Slow-mo?
Slow-mo.
Well, I can't do it in slow-mo.
All right. Well,
No,
my
it's-
idea is already buyable. I don't want to buy it.
I'm trying. Joe, I'm trying to use Sims.
That's a good
please.
idea. Glasses that give you LASIK.
That'd be
Oh,
perfect.
I want it. I want it.
You put them on, they go.
I'm planning to get LASIK in like a year.
We
so.
think your eyes are this bad. Wait, no,
I
that's
need it.
inaccurate.
I need it.
Zzz.
I plan on getting braces this year.
right there.
Ooh, okay.
It's like aggressive
braces
about
are
it.
nothing for me.
I hope you are ready.
So I had
get
braces when
surgery.
I was younger, and because I had braces when I was younger, I waited too long. I did it too early, so then my teeth they grew in, and it didn't matter because I had got it too early. So I have the 2 retainers on top and bottom, but I want to get my overbite fixed, so I'm planning on getting braces this year.
See, I have a different, I have a crossbite, and so I had bracers. I had to use like the expanders that like expand your jaw.
Yeah,
to do
the
it
bar
well.
that goes across, or that like kind of
Yeah, it's like yeah,
goes across the top of the roof of your mouth.
yeah, and then like I had my braces off, I had my retainers and everything. My teeth were straight, and then my jaw shifted again, and they're like, oh well, you know, we should have told you that it's not going to be permanent. Your braces because you have to get surgery.
Oh, because
Nice.
We
so
should have.
Jaw
So you
surgery.
took away $5,000.
Right. We got you on the
Yeah.
hook and then said.
Yeah.
they
and
said
then
the same thing to me because my jaw is like slightly like one's more to the right and one's to the left. So you'll never see like my top 2 teeth are center with my bottom 2 teeth because that's
Yeah.
not just how it works. They're like, we could do surgery, dude. I'm like, that's a lot.
But here's the thing.
That's a lot.
People naturally, and there are always exceptions to the rule, but like people naturally are very asymmetric, right? Like whether it's the jaw, the teeth, or what have you, like
Yeah.
I know for a fact I had slight misalignment. They adjusted it. Now I see it externally where the jaw was moved or whatever. But like, yeah, they do all sorts of stuff up in your mouth, and then eventually over time it all goes away
It
anyway.
does, yeah.
But yeah, all it is you know, don't be so self-conscious.
Everything's
be
money.
proud of what
Yeah.
you got.
Yeah.
It's all money, yeah, for sure.
I needed.
I mean, I was so symmetrical. I had to put this streak here so people would know I'm not perfect.
And you said the streak is coming back soon.
It's true. I gotta re-dye it. I guess this weekend.
Because of
yeah.
Oh, because the photo shoot. coming
Yeah.
up. What's the new theme? What's the angle? What's the color?
I want to get blue again. I don't know. I've loved having it being blue.
Have you considered a spring color? Because it is springtime almost.
That doesn't really
Blue
fit
like
me
the
now,
sky.
does it?
I mean, everything else
no.
is dark.
I do like the light.
You could do pink.
I've done pink before.
You should do pink.
It goes away
You
pretty
should
quick.
do an inverse where the strip is natural and everything else.
Everything else is just
is
a
a
weird.
bright blue.
That'd be cool.
I would.
Can't do that this weekend.
See, my problem is I was gonna get my hair cut right before H Live.
Yeah.
And then now we had the shoot and stuff, so I want to get it done like either later tonight or like
Go
something.
for it.
This guy
But my
understands.
problem is I don't know where to go here.
In
'Cause
Austin.
It's my first time getting a haircut in Austin. So
Yeah.
I'm like, where do I go?
I'll hook you up. Just got some people.
You just walk in
Got some
buildings.
people. Fredo's got some people too.
I
So if you want to shop around.
I also want to go back to like bleaching my hair. So
I like your. I was about to say I really like when your hair was blonde. I go
Yeah, I
back
had
on
a
your
blonde.
Instagram photos.
I have to go to like a rose color, something that
Yeah.
I promised like my stream community I would do a long time ago. They had like a goal, and I'll go rose. So I'm trying to go rose. My problem is I just don't know where to go here.
Oh, we'll get
It's
you
like-
sorted. We'll get you sorted,
That's a-
or we'll do it in the office.
Jesus. Not everything can be content.
What if? What if? I'm just saying.
I'm just
we
threatening
can
him
only
with
do
a
this
bad hair
once.
job.
Between the games?
What if every show of H Live a different part of my hair gets cut?
So what is your hairline going to recede over the course of the show? Like Seattle, it's
Look,
like
Seattle,
high. and then-
Seattle's the left side, San Francisco the middle, LA's the right side.
Wait, what? You're just gonna end up with half a head of hair? I mean, you could do that.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
And then at the end, you're bald.
I've shaved my head before.
Oh yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you've done that once, you're like, that's all right.
Well, no.
No.
Everyone kept, no.
That's all right.
Everyone kept telling me I looked like Aang from the last Airbender.
Oh, that's
Avatar.
racist.
Well, do you?
Well, no, it wasn't though. Because I
it's
painted
because
the
he
fucking
has
arrow.
tattoos. Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Well, then you
certainly.
asked for it. That's cosplay.
No, after that, I painted the arrow because I was like, I don't look like Aang. I painted the arrow and I
Right.
fucking looked at the camera. I was like, oh fuck.
He said, I look like a 12-year-old boy.
I was like, oh I was like, oh no.
That's really funny. But no, that's a big thing about, moving too. Me and Joe have talked about it. Just like, all our kind of connections in terms of like, where do you get your hair done? For me, my eyebrows done, my nails done, this done.
You don't know where to go.
You gotta.
Nothing.
That's when people say moving and moving your life. There's a lot of things.
I literally just texted
you
Barb.
really
I'm like,
think about
hey,
it.
sis, I need an OBGYN. I need some recommendations. Because, like, there's so many things that you need to look for.
Right.
Like I gotta find a new doctor out here. I gotta go.
Oh, I'm still
still-
waiting on that
yeah.
one.
It'll-
I'm still
Therapy,
cruising
you
by.
have to figure out
It'll
therapy
come
out
up,
here, too.
And then I'll
Right,
figure it out,
therapy.
you know?
Matt,
What?
how's your therapist?
She's all right.
Hit me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit you up there. Yeah.
Thank you.
I gotta find a nest of clean rats to gnaw away the dead skin on my feet. It's just a personal
Have you ever
thing.
had the fish eat your toes?
No, that is a more real
I did
thing,
it in
and I've not
Cancun.
done that.
I did that in Cancun. It tickles.
I've heard it tickles, but I'm also like it's like something kind of gross about that.
What,
Like
you don't
weird,
like-
like
you don't like
let me
things-
knowingly and
Man
willfully
just
feed
talked
these
about rats
fish
eating
my
his
filthy
toes.
And he's
dead
like, "Yeah,
skin.
okay."
These fish. What?
Well, listen.
They're so
to you,
Fish
it
are real
might- to you,
creatures,
it might
rats.
be filthy, but to them it might be a delicacy.
They're all made
I mean,
up.
they're enjoying the skins.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
what
Ain't never met a rat I
they
didn't like.
I did it for 30 minutes. Just kept my feet in there. It tickles at first, you know, when you first put it in, because they swarm the foot immediately. But after a while, you're just like, and this little
think about it.
kisses.
After a while, when you've had your feet in there too long, they sneak a couple piranha in, and then it
Yeah.
starts to hurt a little more as they get deeper into your fresh
That's
fresh
So
flesh.
Fresh
What if-
flesh.
what if- What if you just got like a pond and you had your own fish like that? Just
You
every
know,
once in a while you go out there.
Growing
"I have
up,
to
one
feed
of
you."
my neighbors actually had like an outdoor pond with their own fish and shit. And I was just, I
Why would
always
they
thought
shit
it was
in it?
so. I mean, fish shit all the time, but I always thought it was so.
They don't know any
cool.
better, Trevor. They're fish.
I don't know. Having a pond would be cool. I'm also
Yeah.
trying to get into plants
No.
soon, but not really. Also,
I
I like that. I like plants.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like things that can die in front of me. I'll wait till I have a kid.
See, that's
To
what?
have them die in front of you, or
I know how to take care of kids, but plants, they can't talk to you.
oh,
I
but
mean,
they
they could.
feel.
Oh,
Ow.
okay.
It depends what you got in your system, you know?
You're talking about a plant talking. Oh,
Guys in the line, what do you mean what you got in your system?
Literally, it was my face being like,
Anything
No,
can talk to you then.
I dated a girl one time. She had a koi pond in the backyard, and her dad used to go out there every day, and he'd just be like, "I'm going to feed the koi." They got super big, but that was great because a hawk lived in their back, and he would go
that's
to
so tasty. That's
Great
so
for the
tasty.
he would dive down to go pick up the fish, and he'd be like, "I got."
Oh, they're too heavy.
They're too heavy. And he'd just drop them in the yard.
Well, then nobody gets anything.
So now the fish is flopping
The fish
on
just
the
flopped
ground.
on the ground, and I was like, I remember being
That's
over
your
there
classic
one time.
lose, lose, lose.
We were watching a movie, and I kind of looked out the window. I was like, "That is a fish flopping in your backyard." And she's like, "Oh no!" Just
At
ran
least-
out
at least
of
it was
Like,
flopping. At least it was still flopping. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it lived for a couple years.
are koi fish expensive?
Yes.
They seem.
Real
I mean, they're
koi-
very.
Real-
koi are
real ones-
very expensive.
Yeah, especially if you get them already pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard
that proves they live long enough to get that big. So they're like, "That's a good fish right there."
I think it's
It lived-
it's
it
not
lived a while.
necessarily
this age proves
Yeah.
that it can be old.
It could be.
it's not necessarily like the fish themselves in the long run too. It's the care of koi.
Yeah.
Like they're incredibly you gotta take.
Koi and
You do.
bonsai trees, because I've been looking
Yeah.
at both of those. They're both very pretty things.
For someone who doesn't want something that dies in front of them, but also takes a lot of effort,
Yeah.
you're looking down the wrong path.
See, Kai, I
I
was,
like those. They're very zen.
They are.
And I like, especially a bonsai that's well taken care of. But man, a lot of work. You go out of town, someone needs to watch that tree more than they would need to watch your pet.
Yeah.
and see, that's the thing. I got a bonsai tree when I was younger, and because I was like, "This is cool. I might enjoy this."
I
and
might.
then I hated it. I hated it just because, you're right. You got to take good care of them.
See?
Luckily, though, my backup plan worked, which was if I don't like it, my grandma will just do it.
My backup. I thought your backup plan was, a
It'll-
bonsai twig.
It'll die.
Destiny, me and Destiny moved here, and she had a bonsai that she's had for 6 years or something. It
wow.
died.
Oh no, because of a
Stress?
shock.
No,
or-
so
Yeah, the stress
so we didn't want to put
really
it in
got
a
me.
pod, right? Because a pod was going to take too long. But what ended up happening is she put all her plants into her car because her car was getting transported. It was only going to take a couple days. They got delayed by 4 days, and it was freezing temperatures. So she got all her plants. All the plants died, and then the bonsai was just drooping and sad. And then eventually, all the leaves fell off, and Destiny was like, Jeffrey's dead.
It wrote a goodbye note. It
I mean,
was
we
like,
have a plan for
as I
6 years
sit
at
here
that
in the
point.
car,
It was like
I
6
ask
years
not
or
that you
something,
mourn, but just that you remember the good
Yeah, there are
times.
definitely levels to being a parent. You got your plant parents, you got your pet parents, then you got your child parents.
Yeah, but pet parents,
have 3
depending on
versions.
your pet, is way easier than any of these other things.
I was
Like-
I think I was telling you, Trevor, about it. It's just, I was always a dog person until I joined AH, and just seeing, like Matt talk about his cats and Jack talk about his cats and Jeremy's stories with his cats.
The Joneses.
The Joneses now with their cats. I'm like,
Gotta keep up with them.
Yeah.
and everyone tells me like, Kai, you can't get a dog yet because my lifestyle, but a cat, and I'm like, stop it. I'm not getting a fucking cat. I swear to God.
They're super easy.
Stop it.
They really are.
Stop talking to me.
I mean,
Here's the thing, this is what, okay, let me back up. I'm too excited. So here's the thing, when it comes to cats, I can't unthink this particular fact, right? That a lot of cats, many cats, have this particular parasite that comes out in their feek and can get into your system, and they root themselves into your brain and release chemicals in a sense that compel you to adore cats. So it doesn't really seem all that harmful, but it's like there's a parasite that is cat-born, right, that can get into humans and make you more predisposed to want cats and be super into cats, right? Maybe you have visited one too many cat households.
I have not
and
been.
you have now been imbibed with the parasite.
Stop it. Listen, the only cats I've seen in person in the last
it
5
sounds
years
super made
of
up,
my
but
life
I do believe you.
It's real.
was
That's real.
Leon
Definitely real.
and Ada. Those are the only 2 cats I've literally experienced in the last 10 years of my life. I don't do cats. Cats are not my thing. They have
But
claws.
there's something scratching and gnawing at the back of your mind
They have
saying,
claws.
I might be a cat person.
It's more like I can't get a dog yet, so will I just be lonely?
You give a snake.
Absolutely not.
Get a pet boyfriend.
But they're super.
I'm trying.
Guys, like, come here.
I'm home. Who's being a good new boy?
Oh my God. What you do all day? Elden Ring. Elden Ring.
Oh my, I'm fucking dead.
You want your food?
Good boy. Rub my feet now. No, that's what I would do with a pet boyfriend. I mean,
Listen,
get up in those
during
feet.
Women's History Month, that boyfriend, I'm just saying. Yesterday I went grocery shopping. I had to carry my groceries myself. Ghetto. Absolutely ghetto. Trash. Hated it.
You have to carry him a flight of stairs.
Yeah, I'm on the 2nd floor.
Yeah. That's
You don't have a grocery catapult yet?
Why do you say the things you say? Where do these things come from?
Yeah.
Why are you stuck in the medieval times you are?
You're telling me that you.
I guess a trebuchet would work. Fine, whatever.
Matt has thought about every facet of life and ways to convenientize them.
Yeah.
And so, give Matt a challenge right here, right now, something that you don't like doing. And I'm sure he can whip up a cure for you in a moment. Matt, I'm so exhausted
I don't like how he's looking at
every
me.
week by mowing my lawn. I hate it. What do I do about it? Expensive yard work is not my bag. I just can't
Trevor,
afford that.
Trevor,
What am I
have
looking for?
you ever heard of a Roomba?
Yes, I have.
It just put a lawnmower on the Roomba.
Oh
Done.
my God.
Have it. It's perfect because it would
That
mow
does
the
kind of
yard,
exist.
vacuum it. Yeah, no, I'm getting that installed in my house.
Are you? He is. He has the solution. I'm telling you.
You said that, and I was like, oh, perfect.
That exists. The only
happening.
downside, at least right now, is you have to have fish line going around the perimeter of your yard so it can feel that out.
It goes
Unless
in
there's
the yard, but-
is there infrared wires that it can put a dog fence now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
It used to have above ground crap. Now it's
Matt,
like,
I feel like you should be the richest person that you matter for your ideas, and you just
Well, to be
where-
fair,
Matt
that was an idea that
Matt
already
makes.
existed. So.
That's but
M&M.
but just Matt, hear me out. If you just start putting imagine if you just put in the work to get a patent and then have someone else do that
Oh, yeah.
for you. Cause you already know so many
it would
people.
be great if I could ever go to the patent office. That's just a lot of
Are you
work.
banned?
he's not allowed to.
That's why I was like, what?
I'm banned.
Oh God.
Much like people
Mr.
get
Brad.
much like people get kicked out of a Walmart, he gets kicked out of patent offices all the time.
Speaking of
But not
getting
you
kicked out
again.
of a
Get out of here.
You get out of here. I
getting
hate
kicked
your
out of a
idea.
Walmart. Did you
Fucking
guys get
trap
kicked
you
out of the
shape
place you
for
did your project today?
Nope, didn't get kicked out. Got close. Somebody came over. A manager came over and said, "Hey, can I help you out with what you got going on?" I'm like, we're good. We're good. We're skirting rules and laws.
Your tone makes me feel you're not, but
Just walking out with a stack of things that no one gets a stack of. We're good. See you around. We'll see you on the internet. God, I'm so that's the thing about like kind of coming back to the schedule thing, but less formally. Like that's why I kind of like the idea of getting out of our own way. I know some people in the chat were joking about, oh, we'll still have GTA, Minecraft, and Gmod. Honestly, I think Gmod's not. We're not closing the door. Excuse me, on GTA, we're not closing the door on that, but we have kind of like a big hurrah, last kind of big splash weekly GTA idea. If we can like really pull it together before AH Live happens, because we want to make sure we put a lot of effort into that. And then after that, I think what we're gonna do is let it rest, because I think, honestly speaking, when it comes to GTA, we're just really exhausted. It's the same game with very little added to it over the years, and there's only so much we can do before we feel personally that we've tapped the limits of the game, and before you guys as the audience kind of get tapped on it as content to watch. And so we're trying to be more self-aware with that kind of stuff, and we're gonna try to broadcast more of any shifts we make, because like I feel like that's something that during quarantine we kind of got bad about, was just kind of just lock in and fall back on streaming and what we're doing so we can stay alive. And we were very grateful to be able to do that during quarantine. But now we're kind of like, we're hitting the office, now we're just waiting on BK. She's coming in the next couple weeks permanently to be in Austin.
My sister.
Yeah, and so like then like with that new schedule kind of shifting in, like God man, I'm so excited for this year because, again, we're getting out of our own way. We're trying new shit. We have a lot of ideas like in development. And right now it's just like, how do you start developing new things when you got so many of the old things in the way? And so it's just a delicate, like, you have to start somewhere, right? And you don't want to like overwork yourself. So it's a snowball effect. But yeah, just like keep us like, I don't know, informed audience, like as you watch stuff, how are you feeling about it? Like engaging with it and just like supporting where you find things you like.
I know something that me and BK have been very grateful for is all the engagement and comments on our team-friendly fire
Hell
videos.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I read every single comment on those videos, so just seeing how much you guys are taking to me and BK, you know, as we're both pretty, like I've been here for a year, but still we're both pretty new to the world of Achievement Hunter, and just seeing how you guys enjoy how we just vibe together. Like, I think that's what Trevor's point is, that, you know, anytime me and BK are together, it's just, we're just vibing. We just enjoy each other's company. It's just fun. Like, we're playing games we want to play. Like, who would have thought Achievement Hunter would have a Freddy Fish?
Dude, when you started talking about Pajama Sam and Freddy the Fish and Putt Putt, my childhood lit up in my brain. And I was like, absolutely, run with it.
And even going back to playing those games, this is a clip on social media. Steffi posted it. There's literally a clip where, you know, Luther, who's the sidekick, Freddy's sidekick, is just, you know, they're trying to figure out who took the conch shell. And I'm not getting into it too much, but there's this pink Norl that has a crush on Luther, and Luther's a savage. I did not like Luther at all. He was corny. He had puns. I was just like, he's a try-hard.
Savage idiot.
A try-hard. And then in that moment, I was just like, you my guy. You my guy. It was so funny.
See,
highly recommend that
That's
video.
the thing, right? Is like coming in as a new person. We've thrown around so many ideas. I know I've thrown around a lot, and it's just like with all the other stuff and our other like commitments to the other older series that you guys have done for years. It's like we have so many good ideas, but we just can't do them, right?
Right.
And that's been like a thing for a long time. We've had ideas we just can't.
And I feel like
can't do.
Which is so silly, right?
Yeah.
This switch in the schedule is going to be so good because even like us
Dude,
doing
I'm
our
so
thing,
jazzed.
even us doing our own little dumb thing today.
Dude, today was like so refreshing.
It
right?
felt like I felt alive. I was like, let's go do it. It was it was fun.
That's the thing too, and you guys coming in from Kai to BK and you like challenging us, asking questions, bringing these ideas, revitalizing us, and then being in the office just kind of exacerbated all that excitement. So like we just gotta get out of our way and like, you know, some things are successful, and so we want to make sure that we balance in what the audience is watching with what we want to do, and like so, you know, we're gonna continue to try new things, but that's exactly how we found Between the Games, right? We had all these really cool things that were sent into AWU, which was our weekly update show where people would send in you know, products and crafts and all sorts of things. And so we just started playing with those, and then we started filming that, and that's how we've always made content, was like, what are we naturally wanting to do? Let's just capture that. And so kind of getting back to that authentic, organic shit is like so, I think, important. And there's something about quarantine that just got in the way of that. You know, it was a tough time. We were all separated, but now like we're just hitting the ground. So this year for us is a lot about testing, trying, and changing. and again, getting out of our own way. And so I just wanted, again, we're lacking in kind of outlets to be able to candidly speak through the camera, which we don't often do, to you, the audience, and kind of broadcasting what we're doing. And now you dinged my thought out of my brain. But anyway, like I don't know. I know that this is a lighthearted and fun podcast, but like I really want to make sure that you guys are on the ride with us because you guys matter a lot to us in what we do, and we want you there. So, and speaking of the bell, we got some sponsors that we want to talk about. I'm going to talk about them here in a second. But if you're a first member, you're not going to hear that, and we're just going to jump straight to. Hello there! Did you know this episode of Off Topic is brought to you by ExpressVPN? You never leave the door open when you're in the restroom, I hope, right? Well, unless you're some sort of exhibitionist or otherwise weirdo, you don't want random passerbys to come in looking on you when you're doing your business. So, theoretically, why are you letting people look in on your business when you're online? Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like going to the bathroom and not closing the door, you weirdo. Your ISP can see every single thing that you're doing, all the websites you visit and everything like that, and they can sell that information to other companies, add advertisements and all that sort of stuff, tech giants, the things of that nature, and they're gonna target you, using that information to advertise to you. And you don't even get a piece of your own information. I digress. But ExpressVPN stops this by creating a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device, you, and the internet so that your online activity is not seen by anyone. Nothing sinister, nothing nefarious. I've been using ExpressVPN for over a year, and what I like about it is it does increase your anonymity, and it doesn't get in the way of my gaming. You're not, your ping isn't going to go through the roof. You're still going to have the quick reflex times if you're a good shooter, like I am. So it doesn't get in the way of that, which is my biggest hurdle, my biggest concern in the beginning when I thought about it. But it has not been an issue, and I really do enjoy it. And ExpressVPN is actually very easy to use. You open up the software, it's just a little window, and you click the button right there, and suddenly, boom, you're protected by the world's #1 rated VPN by Mashable. The Verge, and many others rate them as #1. So if you're like me and you believe your online activity is your business, secure yourself by visiting expressvpn.com/off-topic today. Use our exclusive link, expressvpn.com/off-topic, and you will get an extra 3 months off your subscription. That's free, baby. That's really nice. Get that security for free. That's expressvpn.com/off-topic to let them know we sent you. This episode of Off Topic is also brought to you by Upstart. Oh, the places you could go if you didn't have high-interest loans or credit card debt saddling and weighing you down. Well, with Upstart, you can pay off your existing debt quickly with a personal loan so you can tackle your next big financial goal. Whether it's paying off credit card, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 1 million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart considers many other factors like your income, current employment, and credit history to find you smarter rates for your loan. And you can check your rate without impacting your credit score in just minutes for loans between $1,000 and $50,000. You can receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan, and you can find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/off-topic. That's upstart.com/off-topic. Don't forget to use our URL because it gives us, lets them know that we sent you. You know what I mean? Loan amounts will be determined based on a few things such as your credit, your income, and other key pieces of information that you will provide in your loan application. This episode of Off Topic is also brought to you by Chime. We're almost a quarter of the way through 2022, and I don't mean to scare you, but it is going fast. And if you're still looking for ways to save money, maybe you need a better checking account, one with no monthly fees, no overdraft fees, no foreign transaction fees, and no service fees, perhaps. Get all that and then some with Chime, an award-winning app and debit card. They've got over 60,000 fee-free in-network ATMs all over the place. I'm talking like most Walgreens, 7-Elevens, or CVS's. You can access your money when you need it, where you need it, at any given time. It's very convenient. So join over 10 million people that are using Chime. Sign up only takes about 2 minutes and it doesn't affect your credit score, so you can get started right now at chime.com/offtopic. Once again, that's chime.com/offtopic. And now for some legal stuff. And I do want to say, finances are very important, so be sure you do your due diligence. But let's talk about some legal stuff. Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A., members FDIC. Get fee-free transactions at any MoneyPass ATM in a 7-Eleven location and at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Otherwise, out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. Sometimes Pay Anyone instant transfers can be delayed. The recipient must use a valid debit card or be a Chime member to claim funds. Hi, Firsties. Thank you so much for being First members. Truly, we talk about all the exclusives you get from the shows that are coming out. We have AHW, which is Achievement Hunter Wrestling. It is a kind of Let's Watch, but taken to the 9th degree, really blown out. So we have the same outfits as we do in the game in real life, and so it's this really crossover between a Let's Watch and actually doing some wrestling stuff. It was really cool. If you aren't sure what that is, please go check it out. Right now, we also have Murder Room, another exclusive, and then in less than a month, we have a project that I've been so fucking excited about coming out on April 7th. You don't even know what it is yet. I'm gonna start dropping that date. It is, let's just say it's like a reality show game. Mixed with what you know best from us, Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth with gaming and our interpersonal dynamics and all of that. It's some really good stuff, and Jeff and I are so excited to share it with you all. But anyway, First is truly the best way to support what we do. You know, we have store.roosterteeth.com. You can watch us and click like and comment and do all those algorithmic things. But if there's one thing that you ask yourself, how do I support the people that I enjoy watching? It is getting a First membership. For $5 to $6 a month, it all goes directly to support what we do and finance our stuff. And it's honestly what kept us going through quarantine. It's a very big part of that. And
What a bargain!
Oh my God.
Oh no!
What a bargain!
Oh, that's the one that we filmed the other.
So anyway,
I forgot
thank
we
you
did
for being
that.
First members. Yeah. But anyway, there's also tons of free ways to support us as well. Just engaging with our content, talking with us, whether it's in the RTTV chat live here with us or in the comments section on roosterteeth.com and the apps and all those places. Thank you all. Anyway, where were we?
Well, we were talking about this.
This guy.
I actually thought of a great analogy for this.
Ooh, give me that. I
Okay.
love a good analogy.
It's like
Analogy.
the
Like
way,
a- like an
English teacher.
Well, because it might depend how somebody
Yes.
takes this, right? So we're not buying an old house, right? We're not buying the land. We're not tearing it down completely and then rebuilding a new house, right? With this whole scheduling thing.
Sure.
We're taking a good house, has a good foundation.
Down to the bones.
Taking it down to the bones. Great foundation. Walls, love it.
What if
Take a
I
couple
started
walls
as
right there.
bones? Huh? I'm only bones.
You need more milk.
Is that not how people are formed? They start with the bones and then the flesh.
Well,
a great
we'll
analogy,
get-
though.
Well, no, I'm just saying, you're taking a good foundation. We're just building around it.
The
We're
drywall's
renovating it.
rotting away. Let's just
Yeah.
address the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take the crowbar to the
fucking-
damn
take
wall.
the
And
wall down.
even just going off of the
Ethan
schedule,
Winter's damage.
like Trevor said, there is a big GTA idea we're working on. Me and Matt and Lindsay all sat around after hours just to really kind of get into it. And
Should I
Listen-
say it? Should I say it?
you can say it.
It's gonna lock us in. You're gonna have to make it.
Yeah, it means you got to do it.
Why are you looking at me?
I mean, we were gonna do it
We were
anyway
gonna do it
because
anyway, yeah.
But now you got to commit to the time frame that Trevor said as well.
not
Not
necessarily.
necessarily.
Damn,
We're
Whatever
not
makes
stuck.
sense.
Trying to trap them more,
So,
Trevor.
to be fully honest, like Trevor said, we were trapped by the schedule, and because of that, it was supposed to come out this month. It won't because it's Women's History Month. But we're gonna do a femme heist.
Fuck yeah, we are.
We're bringing back heist, motherfucker!
God, there's so many little things, and so that's how we want to kind of say goodbye to GTA on a weekly basis. If we still have ideas, if we still have strong GTA ideas, we're
I
absolutely
think
going
we
to do
can
those.
always do another heist.
Yeah.
It's
They're always
everything that we would just
GTA's
stop.
not off
Yeah.
the menu, but as far as a consistent every week, there's
I'm
one.
just as a fan, I'm just very excited for Fake H Crew to come back with
Dude.
new members and more femmes. That's what I'm excited about.
Yes. So we're gonna have that. There's a lot of little ingredients that we've all been throwing around over these years on what the next heist could look like, and we're gonna wrap them all up, package them nicely. Who do you think is it are you gonna take the mantle of running the heist, doing the at the board with the map, or is that gonna be Lindsay?
So
BK?
funny
What do you
enough,
think?
I don't know how much of the storyline
We can
wanna
also
give.
hold
Yeah,
the story. I don't mean
I would
to
hold
dig
the-
in.
You know what?
Chat's fucking lit up.
You already gave them the teaser.
All right,
We already gave
that's
them the
it.
teaser
Just chill.
because
That's
Joe
it.
also knows what the idea was, and
Yep.
Joe was like, "It's good.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's gonna bring
It's a
back
good
a
idea.
lot of old faves from Fake Age Crew. Like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I just,
It's gonna be good. I put my hand from my face, so I stopped talking.
This is why I want us to get out of our own way, because like there's so many ideas like this. Yes, it is GTA, but like there's so many ideas like this that we get giddy about in the office, and like then we're like, ooh, I want to do it now, and then you know we kind of have our own like self-established rules that get in our way, and then we go, oh, okay, I guess we'll do that, and then a week or 2 or 3 or 4 goes by, and then we're like, well, shit. So
What you were saying is no rules, right?
oh shit, yeah, no rules, baby.
No rules.
This is the year of no rules.
Yeah. Can't be, well, you know, I would say we're rule breakers and we're pretty bad, but.
Set the rules so we can break.
Since there are no rules, we can't break them.
Dude, I'm very excited about what we've been talking about and planning with the schedule. And so I think in the next couple months, it's going to be like, kind of like a handoff as the schedule becomes like a little bit more on the takeover weeks, so having more day-to-day series, but also week-to-week series, strong one-offs where you have like just really strong high-level concepts, like let's do another really good Hitman here, or like there's a really strong Minecraft idea that Kai was working on or whatever. And then also still sprinkling in Gmod with more game types, looking at things like VR. We've been wanting to do VR for so long, again, something that we're just like, we are in our own way. And so now I know Fredo, for example, is running with that with Jaren. And so we have some really cool ideas with VR. It's just a whole new playing field. We've dabbled, thanks to some sponsors, we've been able to dabble with VR in a very turnkey kind of way. And film some of those. Like we did that, it's not Dungeons and Dragons, it was a Demio, where we got to play on a board, it's active, like you get to zoom in on it.
Fantastic game.
It was so cool.
It was cool.
And so I'm like, oh my God, we gotta use these headsets now to do more VR, because this is just sick. Anyway, that's enough meta talk, I don't know.
Let's do Beat Saber, but one person wears a headset, one person holds one left side, and the other person holds
Oh my God.
So you have the
I mean, technically, Beat Saber does have custom songs mod. We could put in the AH musical song.
Yes, we could.
And the person who's wearing the
Oh
headset
my God.
has to not sabotage. It's not going to happen. They're going to sabotage. They're going to look somewhere.
Just don't
We
give
also,
it.
we also have to remember, even if it's got copyrighted music, like there's like we can put it on Twitter, we could put it elsewhere. Like, that's another thing we're trying to do is just again break the rules. Like
I think
let's just make
with rhythm
shit
games,
that we want to
I
make.
think too, I think it avoids like copyright strikes, unlike YouTube and stuff like that, because it's part of that
it's
genre.
part of like the thing.
So since it's part of the game and you're not using it, you're not putting it in there, it's already there.
Co-op Beat Saber. I mean, there is a co-op mode, but like cloning the visuals.
It's 3 people, one person wearing the headset, one person controlling the left side, another person controlling the right side, and you got to coordinate.
Oh man, dude. Beat Saber is really fun. It's like,
a great game.
I've seen a lot of people
and a huge
play it.
workout.
Like there's a TikTok creator who I often see come across my recommended, who does a lot of Beat Saber stuff, and she's very good
does
at
like the dances and stuff with it.
She does the dance with it. She does like expert mode and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this looks cool, but I don't know if I'd be very good at it. And then Barbara and I got a headset. She dove into that, and I'm like, all you had to say was Billie Eilish was on it, and so I'm like, I'm pushing through up to hard and expert on Billie Eilish songs. I tried the mode where there's 90 degrees, where they come in at anything in this like kind of corner. Then there's 360 mode where it can come from anywhere, and I was like, ah! I felt like an idiot General Grievous.
Trevor's sitting here in his headset, and he's like, I'm the bad guy. He's like,
No, it'd be
I'm like,
No, what literally just came to me?
What's up?
7 Days to Die VR.
Woo!
I mean, you can go ahead and rename that to 1.
Why?
One day to die. Matt gets in and goes,
No, I'm
thanks.
good.
Right here.
Dude, that
Go
reminds
ahead, bite.
dude, there's some things in our lives that burn into our brains, whether they were traumatic or they were just awesome, and sometimes they were just odd. And one thing, Matt, I have so many of these moments with you because we just have a colorful past
we
together.
do.
One thing that came to my mind that's always been in there is Matt the Arrow Kid. And
I was
new
thinking about
viewers-
that yesterday.
Yeah, new viewers today might not know about this, but this was an old Versus, and it's got some, people in it, in that Versus. But Matt had this cool idea to do like this little toy arrow, right? And taking kind of Versus from the video games into like live action for a special. and you and I were very into Green Arrow at the time. And so we filmed a whole intro to that.
It's like
my name is Matt Bragg.
It's like remaking the intro for Arrow, but just with like a dumb, stupid plastic rubber toy with like a suction cup on the end of it.
And then we did a whole contest where we would have people like take that footage, that unedited footage, re-edit it, and there was so many creative things where you were like lightsaber deflecting bullets and dodging them like Neo. But all that is to say is there's one shot in that you just reminded me of with one subtle thing you did a few minutes ago, which was there was a shot where he's like, my name is Matt Bragg. For 5 minutes, I've been trapped outside. And you're like, there's a shot where you open the door to look outside and you go,
No.
and then you just immediately close the door. And like, for some reason, that's just a core memory for me.
What was it? What was it called? Arrow Kid?
It was
Matt the Arrow Kid.
Matt the Arrow Kid?
Yeah. That
it
versus might
100%.
be relatively difficult to find if you search Matt the Arrow Kid, but all the edits around it will be
the
easy to
edits are
find.
there, yeah.
But yeah, I was actually, I think, showing that to Larry the other day because I was like, "Do you remember this?" Oh, what we did was we were trying to like red web the shit out of it. We were trying to figure out what brand of toy you got for those arrows. Because if you've ever, I mean, this is some deep cut knowledge. If you've ever heard Matt, me, or Larry talk about floopers, those little plastic arrows were our floopers. We would stay sometimes after hours and just kind of chuck the arrows at the wall to see if we could get them to stick, because they were very good suction-y. They would stick to anything. And we'd floop them up.
It came with 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they were great. They
One's
stuck
still in
very
there.
well. One is still in there in the insulation somewhere. No idea where that is. We had one that gets stuck in like the window. We had to climb above it and try and like fish it out.
We actually, I don't know, we recorded it. I don't know if it was a video, but it was one of those claw things that can like bend and flow and then like grab.
And that was after the
tore
T-Rex
it.
one didn't work, but
Right.
yeah,
Well, the
but,
T-Rex one, I think, joined the window.
It definitely, correct.
But I mean, with all the remodel happening, and there's some tall ladders around, we might, maybe we can go over there.
The original flooper.
Find the original floop.
I bought more, like from Toys R Us, to try and like replicate it, but we never found the one.
Larry and I figured it out. We went frame by frame on that video to analyze what the brand was, and we found it listed on eBay and Amazon from third-hand resellers because it's not made anymore.
Well,
and obviously Toys R Us went bust.
Such a high quality product too.
It's
It
a
worked well.
collectible. But I'm like, I want to get that particular thing back just so I can floop one more time. And that means nothing to anybody but me.
You
Like,
just go in
okay.
there. Wow. All right, well,
Scratch that itch.
I'll do that again in 10 years.
It's like the ending of a movie. You like throw it and you look at it and you're like, the camera just pans away. Away. You're like,
Then you're like, I'm not done yet.
I flooped for the last time.
Sometimes, it's like Andy Bernard at the end of The Office. You don't know when
yeah.
you're in the good old days until you're out of the good old days. I didn't know what I had with floopers until I lost them.
That's how I feel about my Eggo waffles.
That's a good point.
That's crazy.
Are you talking about you're talking about the mini
No,
ones,
I
right?
went grocery shopping yesterday. I can't find them.
Those mini ones that come in like
Without a
this
Cinnamon toast waffles.
Trevor goes,
those mini ones that are like this, and then there's like
They're
4
nowhere.
that are like 4.
They're not even on Amazon, bro.
No, I wouldn't go to Amazon for anything like that. I try my best to not go to Amazon anymore.
okay.
I do too.
Honestly,
Throw that out.
It was
So
that
far
point.
away.
It was at that point. I can't find them. They're not in this.
do not
they're
know.
No,
not-
the
stuff like that
desperation
on Amazon.
drives you to evil means. I understand.
You honestly don't know how long they've been sitting around,
Yeah.
You just don't.
I don't know if it matters so much for Eggos. I never know how long they've been sitting around.
They're still just as good when I put them
Yeah,
in
Even
the
when
it's
he's
like-
bought them, he doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they've been frozen for forever.
I don't know the
And then
last
they
time I
sit in
had
my
an
freezer
Eggo
for 5 to
waffle.
6 years.
Well, if you get any of
the
them,
blueberry ones, the blueberry Eggo waffles.
Oh, yeah.
They are
those
good.
are great.
Yeah.
I think it probably had those. It's got to have been like over 5 years since the last time I tried one.
I remember I really liked the chocolate chip ones when they first they were like, oh man, chocolate chip ones. And my dad got them for me and he was like, these are new, they're crazy.
They're crazy.
those aren't sold out.
And because they're great. He made them for me, he made them for me and
Isn't that the opposite?
I loved them or whatever. And I was like, awesome, these are great. He kept making them every day for the remainder
your dad
of
did
my
the
life.
dad thing, which
Yeah.
was figured it out, cracked the code on my child.
He'll eat these. But I don't normally eat breakfast because I wake up and I'm like, fucking, I hate being awake.
Fucking, I just
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Yeah,
And
okay.
around 6 p.m. I actually wake up. But he kept making them.
He's still waking up
yeah,
right now.
I'm not there all
Guys,
the
you
way.
don't realize it's until after off topic. Then Matt would be
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
oh, wow, my day is just getting
Oh,
started.
Steffi's missing
Time to wake
floops.
up. But he got worse at that over time because he was like, "This is it.
What do you mean
I've
each
cracked
meal
the code."
became chocolate chips?
Well, no, the waffles got worse. Like he stopped. He used to do like toaster oven, all that stuff. This is good,
Oh, then what,
nice and
microwave?
crispy. It got microwaved after like
Microwave?
after like a month or two.
so
and it's
wait,
like,
wait.
Evolved into what?
microwave.
Okay, here's
How
the thing.
lazy are you?
We don't have
Because
time.
I
We don't have time
microwave
for it.
my waffles, but here's the thing. I have a science to it.
Okay, please break
first,
it down.
So
I
first of all,
assure you, my father is not one with the science.
you're right. So this is what you have to do. First of all, you get the waffles. If there's too much ice on it, like the little ice pieces that go into things, you're messing up because that's gonna melt in the microwave. It's gonna make it a little soggy. You gotta shake those off. You gotta shake the extra ice off. Then
They found
you
your
gotta look.
It's the HEB product locator website, Kellogg's Eggo Cinnamon Toast Waffles. Why does every word have a copyright or trademark on it?
I think you might just.
Well,
like,
because all
I think
those
you might
words are
just
copyright or trademark.
suck at some
It's quite
waffles.
important.
What the fuck?
I know.
We're so dumb.
Which one is that?
Don't take my name.
Is that the one that's right there?
Hold on.
Whoa.
Let me. That's 15th Street. That's
Okay.
15th Street.
Oh, that's far.
Not far. Not far.
No,
Not
you-
far,
Not
but it's
far.
far.
Wait a minute. You went on a whole odyssey.
No.
You
I'm
went on
saying.
a whole odyssey
You think I
for
won't
lunch.
go far? I'll go all the way.
With these gas prices?
I mean, I gotta refill anyway.
You know what? Ooh, for Eggo waffles?
Yeah.
I'll
Eggo-
do it.
Listen, and the way I'm gonna get like so many
Gas
things.
is
Wait, wait,
what,
people like,
$6.99
hey,
a
can you-
gallon right now. Worth it. Eggo waffles.
Can you take me to the hospital? No. But I can go get some eggs.
I have so many Eggo waffles. Listen, if this is true, they're gonna be out of stock by the time I get there. Like, listen, I'm not dealing with this problem again. I've seen
One
the struggle.
drive, the whole inventory.
I've seen the struggle.
I kind of
Yeah,
want to
some
go.
guy just came in and bought like 6,000 boxes.
Can you imagine?
Like, if I pay for it, what's the problem?
Headlines across the world. There's, like when people make a run on like,
Yeah.
toilet paper and stuff.
Yeah.
There's going to be a sign specifically for these types of Eggo waffles, the mini cinnamon toast, whatever. And it's going to say a sign like, please, only one per customer, because Kai's going to suck the nation dry of these Eggos.
One day, I hope to get sponsored by them.
Let go her Eggos.
The bone dry
Hi,
bandit
Eggos.
strikes again.
I kind of want to go there before you now.
I'll literally kill you.
No, I mean, go for it.
Ty, listen, Trevor has the Croc off or whatever. You have Eggos.
Everyone
I have
has
Eggos.
Eggos.
No, RTX. It's just everyone gives you Eggos.
Oh.
I'd cry. Also, that would be really hard because they need to be in a freezer.
We're going to do an Eggo
guys-
Croc meetup.
They need to
Make
be
sure
in the
you guys
freezer.
defrost them before you give them to Kai.
I'd cry.
Yeah, put them in the
Throw
microwave.
the whole box in the microwave.
Yeah.
Microwave it for like a minute and then like present Kai.
Only a minute? No, each waffle is 30 seconds.
Well, no, because then the outside of it, some of them are gonna be a little soggy, and the inside is gonna be like a frozen.
Because they didn't shake the ice, like I said. You gotta shake off the ice. Then you gotta find the fluffy side, make sure that's pointing up, and then you gotta put it in the microwave for 30 seconds,
There's a
sometimes
fluffy
25, sometimes 25 seconds. And then as soon as it's done, you put the syrup right in the middle, you fold it in half, one way, fold it in half the other way, and it's perfectly ready.
Folded? Now that's weird. Here's the thing.
It's literally 4 pieces. You do.
Let me break your science and upset you perhaps. You grew up, on the East Coast. We replanted you here, taking you away from the microwave that you grew familiar to.
Yes.
So the challenge might be redialing in those numbers.
I've already done it.
Oh my God, you're like on top.
Because I
of it.
also make my ramen noodles
I
in
can
the
tell you're
microwave.
buff like a scientist right now.
Did you just say you microwave your ramen noodles?
Yeah, my Maruchan.
What do you do to your ramen noodles? Do you eat them like a
You don't
chip?
fucking
Do you also eat those dehydrated like a chip?
No, you boil water, you put the boiling water in, and you let it sit.
No, that makes it too soggy.
That's because you wait too long, Kai.
No, it's too soggy.
So what you're saying
And
is you want a
that
nice al
ruins
dente.
that ruins the water to seasoning ratio. I don't like it.
No, you just gotta look at it. Kai.
Listen, in the microwave, what I do, because I have science to this as well. So you take your regular square size container, about the same size as the Maruchan thing. The Maruchan one is not the cup of noodles, the one that comes in a little pack. You put that in there, you squeeze it all the way to the bottom. Then you fill up the water almost to, so it's the point almost reaching to the top of the noodle, but it's not reaching the top
Cooking
of the
with
noodle.
Kai.
Exactly.
I need this.
Actually, we could do that. Like
I need
my
you-
easy college recipes.
Here's the
This is
thing, I'm gonna
everything.
saddle you with Chris Damaris is the problem because somebody needs to help him out. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yo, you're fine.
So you fill it up just to the
Just to barely above the top. Maybe a little above the top, because maybe depending on the flavor, you want a little extra.
Right,
Like
you know,
maybe you
also-
like eat drinking the juice that comes with the seasoning, because
It's
sometimes
soup.
you do.
Drinking the
exactly.
soup.
Eat
Exactly.
juice.
So then you put it in the
It's not
microwave.
juice.
5 minutes in the microwave, and I promise you, you're good.
When you fucking eat ramen, you're like, wow, man,
that's a
this ramen
promise.
has some good juice in it.
And then the best part is,
Right,
if you
so-
do it like that, you can decide how much water you want versus just, taking in the water, putting it in there, and now you just got a whole bunch of fucking water.
What do you mean? You control the water that goes in.
Kai hates hydration.
Kai,
Listen, I'm just saying.
control the
'cause
amount of water that goes in regardless.
For my chicken flavored Maruchan, I don't need no water. Make that shit dry. But then for my beef flavored and my pork flavor, I like the juice. I like the soup. You leave a little bit of water in the bottom when you put in the seasoning, and now, delicious.
Hey, do restraining orders get in the way of like work?
We
They let you go through.
we're actually disincorporated territory. We have no laws within the walls of Achievement Hunter, so I won't hold
So
Kai to your whimsical laws of mankind.
Whimsical
No.
law.
Yeah, these
Just-
frivolous.
I cannot be surrounded by people.
I mean,
So what you're saying
Juice.
is, I cannot do my taxes as long as I never leave work.
that part.
I got it.
You're gonna have to start paying rent.
Shit.
If you're living at work.
Chat's telling me 5 minutes is
loophole
too
the
long.
shit out of you.
I know a lot of people that will just take the pack of ramen, put the seasoning on it, and bite into it without cooking it. So.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta.
It's an actual
you gotta
Korean
move.
snack, though. Mm-hmm. It's called busho, which is like it's
no.
it's ramen, but it's like not the same ramen noodles.
Kai, I'm sorry to say, it feels like the momentum is moving against you.
Wait. Okay.
Looking at the chat,
Wait,
it seems like
serious question, chat. Nissan or Maruchan? There's a correct answer.
well, that's a car.
Nissan's a
and
car,
pasta.
yeah.
Wait, then what's the other one?
Nissin.
Nissin, thank you. Or Maruchan. The answer is Maruchan. I need a poll.
Look, listen. All I'm saying, Kai, is there's no okay. You don't microwave the soup. Okay? You don't microwave the water. You still control the amount of water that goes into your ramen, whether the water is already hot or
Science.
not.
I can just say, as a woman of the black community, and have seen this meme multiple times in the black community, where sometimes you'll put the thing in the microwave and forget the water, and suddenly your entire house is on fire. I've seen it. I've done it. It's happened to a lot of people. Lots of black people do it that way. So, am I wrong? No.
Well, you just kind of
Right,
but,
Joe.
House is on fire.
but you also just kind of proved why it's not a good idea to put the ramen in.
because I forgot the water.
And here, and
Because I
here,
forgot the water.
I'm
Yeah, I was
microwaving
gonna
water
say, she said like the whole house is on fire.
feels like a
Lots of
weird way
people
to
do
light your
it.
house on fire. But may I just say, let's use an analogy to say how you're both correct, because
Yeah, no, there's no wrong way.
if you look up the word Merriam in
The one where
Merriam-Webster's
your house is on
dictionary,
fire.
if you open it up, crack open a hard copy, or maybe just go to the .com,
Mm-hmm.
Merriam-Webster's definition of literally
is not literally.
also now means figuratively. And that is because language adjusts based on the common use of the phrase. For example, I always get irritated by this one. When you say beg the question, it does not mean it brings a question to your mind. It is a philosophical, like it's a logical fallacy of argument, where you use your proof to prove, or
Thank
you
you.
use your claim to prove yourself. Either way, all I'm saying is if literally can also mean not literally, I think you both can be correct.
Yeah. No, there's
Because
no,
it sounds like there is a community that
There-
is doing it this way
yeah.
and lighting their houses on fire and getting some nice noodles out of it.
I've only done it maybe 5 times in my life.
It's only 5 houses.
Whoa, hold the fuck up.
The house fire.
Now, see, now
The
we- now,
house
see, now we-
And I'm the
no,
oldest, so I had two siblings who
we're in
also did
completely
it.
different territory. Not only is it now, not only was it at first like a
There's your
very-
poll.
It's tied. It's too tied. I don't like it. Thank you.
It could have been like,
Nothing
this is
tastes
a possible
better.
scenario. Now it's a real thing. It's happened 5 times.
And not just me. I have 2 younger siblings. They both done it too.
But did they learn from you, or is it just
It's
because
one of
that's
those
the
things-
easiest, like the most
listen,
proper way?
Literally, when I grew up, we would, as soon as we got home, our after school snack was Maruchan noodles. So sometimes you just, you're not thinking. You put the ramen in a bowl. You put it in the microwave. You forgot the water.
That's fair. You know what? Sometimes that happens when you're moving and you're a kid.
And then
you're just moving
suddenly you
fast, you're
smell
hungry.
something. You're like, oh no! And the
that's-
entire house.
that's-
See,
smells.
but the
Right.
thing is,
Literally.
I think for me it would be like after the first time I burned my house down, I never forget the water again.
I think
Hard to
literally.
burn.
We didn't burn the house
On
down. It was just
packaging, though,
the only
I
thing
think
that just
literally
died was that
says-
plastic container.
Well,
Died. It
It says
died.
to not put it in the microwave.
What?
I think literally on the.
Also,
packages.
bold of you to assume that my black parents would let me use the stove at the age I was making ramen.
That's
Which,
true. My
which
mom would-
reminds me of my after-school snack, which was quite literally ungrilled cheese.
Just cheese and bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd come home from school
that.
and I would have some bread and a slice of cheese.
I lived off of ketchup.
And
And sometimes I would let it toast. I would let it air toast. And what that means is you set it on the arm of your chair or the couch if you're watching Jerry Springer because your parents aren't home. You put it there, Mari's on. You put it there and it gets a little stale. Just a little kissed by oxygen. And so when you eat it, it has a little bit of that staleness. And I thought that was toast.
You know, growing up, I liked eating my ice cream outside more than inside because the taste of like the outside air on ice cream
It's
just
a
did
chemical
something.
thing.
It
It's
just did
us as
something.
kids. We were
and I hated eating my
scientists.
Maruchan ramen outside
Listen,
because the same
we
air.
were
didn't
ahead of
do
the
it right.
game, dude.
We really were.
We were feeling out science like practically.
I'm telling you,
we didn't need a textbook.
I'm telling you, if you have ice cream in your house,
that
eat it
taste-
inside, then eat it outside. It's gonna taste.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
science-
Can we
It's
close
gonna
this
taste
poll?
different.
I can't
Hold
see
on,
the chat
hold on now.
anymore. White boy snack, absolutely.
That taste was pollution.
Well, hold on. Yes. New Jersey, New York.
It was
yes.
still good.
Trevor's like
That's so
that
good.
that guy on YouTube, that scientist that like gets a spoonful of ice cream. Goes,
Oh yeah. You need to aerate. Cover all 9,000 taste buds. That's a 10. I do that all the time when I'm eating shit and like annoying Barbara. I'll just be like, cover all 9,000
Yep.
taste buds.
Yep.
Aerate it. Taste it. That's a 10. I was doing that yesterday. I got poke and I got serrano peppers on it. And these were hot for serrano peppers. These were hot. So I'm like eating that poke, throwing it down, and I'm like sizzle lips. And I just kept going to Barbara going, it's so hot. Ooh.
I'm in pain.
And I just kept eating them. Because I don't know why lately. There's like I've been on a hot kick these last like 2 months. I've just been throwing anything hot on anything that I'll
hot
take
chicken,
it.
Tumble 22.
I can't wait till we one day do an East Coast tour and I can take you all to New York.
Yes,
we can get
please.
some goat curry.
Yes, please.
Curry
Oh,
goat,
I know-
curry
I know
goat
that- I
or
know that-
oxtail. Oh my
I know
god.
that New York has really good curry, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fiona took me to this spot that's in Times Square. That's really
Meet me
freaking
at a
amazing. Like, oh my god.
Well, I think what New York.
Did you guys
probably
catch a
has-
vibe? Good.
And she took me to the Croc store.
You what?
She took me to the Croc store too. that
Hell
day.
yeah. Oh, that's right. You called me and I was like stuck in something
You were in Red
boring.
Web. You were in Red Web.
Damn, I could have been there to help guide you, usher you into the
It's okay.
Crocness.
It's okay. We didn't go inside. We just.
Damn,
it was Times
you know what?
Square.
I
We
let
looked
you
outside.
down.
I was disgusted.
I let you down.
I hope they make Croc gloves.
They do have those. There's a guy that like makes. I mean, there's several people. There's a prominent woman and man that both make worthless inventions, and it was one of them made Croc gloves that are like fingerless gloves, and then the back is like the kind of hole part. Yeah.
No, but
It's
I-
pretty sick.
No, but I want one where like
Hearing the-
each
Oh my
fingertip
God,
is like
from behind that.
the end of like a real Croc.
Oh
And it's
my
like, you
god.
know.
So you just put the fingers?
Yeah.
Like finger socks.
That's
but
a
for your
whole
hand.
other thing. Yeah, you're talking about
Who anyone in chat who's craving
shoes for
curry,
things,
get it.
basically.
Call them frocks.
Absolutely.
Finger Crocs?
Finger Crocs.
They frock
So
off.
gloves.
No.
No. Not rigid and flexible and warm like gloves. These are plastic,
Yeah.
ugly, I mean,
No,
beautiful.
they're not plastic.
Yeah, well, there's
they're
that.
foam.
Look at that.
The handle is
See,
what
but it's
gets
missing
me.
the most important part.
Well, that's the thing. That's for if you want to hold hands, but you don't want to touch skin to skin. You want to just like
Yeah.
your child's put these on and you just like grab them by the handle.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, little one.
So what if I close my hand in a fist and then I put the thing
Yeah.
the other way?
It holds your
Yeah, well,
holds your
you know.
fingers in the fist position.
I did want to talk about Batman and we didn't really get around to it, but hey, you know what? That gives
I didn't
everyone
wa-
ample time to see it.
I didn't
True.
watch it yet.
You got to do your homework.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, well, how you
All I
getting
know is
references and
Zoe
shit?
Kravitz was drinking milk, and I love milk
just-
out of
No,
a
I-
cat
You know what?
bowl.
She wasn't. She just held it
My problem
Trash.
is
I watched.
I hate spending money.
carefully.
I hate spending money. So like if I'm like I look at a movie ticket, I'm like,
This man's pirating.
hey, hey, look, hand cams have changed. They've evolved.
We got to get you on the screener app for Warner. A little backdoor action to, if you want to see it on your phone or airdrop it up to your TV. It's not the same experience,
I
but
get to go.
maybe.
Team Edward.
Listen, there's a lot of checks and balances in play. They might not let this man through, but
True.
all I can do is guide you. I can show you the door. You have to walk. They have to allow you through it.
I want to shine like Robert Benson. Sparkle.
That's the wrong film. Well, we are winding down, and as we do so, just a reminder to all of you out there, we have AH Live coming up very soon. Let me get to the dates, because we are going to Seattle on March 31st. We are going to San Francisco, Fredo's old stomping ground, on April 2nd and Los Angeles on April 3rd. There's a lot of guests that we've been talking to. I know we talked a little bit about Jeremy and some of our tweets and stuff, but we haven't really announced officially all the people that we're talking to. But you think of those cities and you think of who's living there, and maybe that's you get an idea of it. But this is an opportunity to come see Achievement Hunter in a way that we don't get. Being in a video, you're kind of confined to the screen, but being on stage is like one of the most unique experiences that we've had. We get to do some really cool stuff that's way out of the box and engage with you in the audience, and it's a really fun time. So if you find yourself available and in the area, come on out to AH Live. Can't wait to see you. We're gonna do some dancing, some music, some live performances in that way. In the past, I don't know if we're gonna do it for this show, but just so you have an idea of what AH Live can contain, there was a competition that we did where half the team would race through making sandwiches in Overcooked while I think it was Gavin, Alfredo, and I made physical sandwiches. But again, just like Overcooked, you have to move with the kitchen. So we're whizzing ingredients across to each other. We're throwing pieces of cheese and mayo-covered turkey slices at each other. So that's the kind of stuff that we can do and have fun with.
I'm gonna give you one hint to something going on.
Do it.
That's something that we'll be doing. If you know,
I don't
if
know.
you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
But come and find out.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen at
Yeah.
AH Live.
So if you want to get tickets,
What?
the easiest
Give
way to
me
get
this.
those, there's bit.ly links that are out there, but the link is on your screen, or if you're listening on audio,
Is this how you make an air
rtxevent.com. I don't think it's events, plural. rtxevent.com. Check that out, and maybe I'm wrong. Tyler's going to check it out now. But if you're watching live, and if you aren't, you should. Love engaging with you all. We have the post team, as always, coming up right behind us. And if you're not watching live, you can check it out on Rooster Teeth at the stream archive. They all get uploaded there. But let's see, what were they doing again? Triangle strategy. Post team does stuff, is hanging out and playing some triangle strategy. I'm a boomer. I don't know what that game is.
It's a new strategy game.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Strategy in the
right
name?
there in the
Teach you how to
name.
build pyramid schemes.
I thought it was all about Ponzi
Yeah.
schemes and the like.
Haven't gotten too deep. Might still show up. Might have a pyramid scheme.
Bernie
just
Madoff
right
is
there.
at the bottom of it all.
That's like a polite way of saying I run a pyramid scheme. You ever heard of the triangle strategy?
It's a reverse funnel system. Connect those dots. No, Mike.
Oh my god.
Do we have the URL, Tyler? Did we
have to
check
make
it?
a call?
It's rtxevent.com. No S, you silly goobers. Anyway, thank you all for joining on another episode of Off Topic. Can't wait to see you again next week. Otherwise, we got tons of stuff on the way, so can't wait to share some of the new stuff. We'll check you then later. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Always goes by so fast.
Like a flooping.